Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over my favorites and fails for the month of July, and I'm also going to be showing and thanking everyone for all the help with my grandmother and my family, but I'm going to be doing that at the end. So if you would like to just skip everything and get straight to that, it's going to be at the end of the video. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and start off with some makeup favorites. Kicking it off with HUDA. I have been so impressed with the things that I have gotten recently from HUDA Beauty, and this Nymph highlight is just like, it is everything. I am wearing it right now very subtly, but trust me that this can get pretty intense. It is the Nymph Glaze Skin Glowing Perfector. You can use this underneath your makeup. I don't like doing all of that. Or you can put it on top of your makeup. You can mix. You can do all types of things. And the shade that I got is the shade Luna. And it is so beautiful. It is a like white gold, and it's just so creamy. It does not add a bunch of texture onto my skin, and I just love the way it looks. Like, this is such a beautiful color. And let me sheer it out for you. I just want you to see the texture of it. It is so smoothing. It's beautiful, and it stays in place all day long. I don't have it cracking. It doesn't fade. It is just so impeccably beautiful. I had someone asking me about my highlight. I was at a restaurant and they were like, I'm sorry, but what is on your cheeks? And I was like, blush or highlight? They're like, oh no, definitely the highlight. And they were even shocked that it was a cream and how well it just like blended into the makeup. And I have been loving it. I will definitely start putting this on my brow arch and my inner corner. That's a little trick that I like to do. Let me see. I'm gonna get this off my hands and see if I can do that really quickly. I like to do that because it will add like a skin-like shine. Let's do it. Do you see the intensity? And just tap it in. This side, we got that brow lift going. This side still looks good, don't get me wrong, but we'll do the same thing. And it's just far more intense and not super textured. I just think it's so pretty. I like to do this with eye glosses as well, but see, isn't that pretty? And it's not gonna move around on you. I'm gonna take it and put on my inner corner. I feel like it just awakens the whole look. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. But it comes in 3 different shades. And again, I have the shade Luna. For cream blushes, I've got to talk about Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have 2 shades right here of the 2 cream stick blushes. This one is Peachy Keen, definitely one of my favorites. You guys know I love peachy blushes. The textures of these are skin-like. They are in between like a satin, it's like a satin matte that just, it doesn't emphasize pores, it doesn't emphasize texture, it goes on and it stays put all day. And then Latte, I did not mean for that to rhyme. This is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm actually wearing this one today. What I did was go in with my bronzer, which is, again, one of my favorites, and just kind of mixed it over top and went back and forth with the bronzer brush and the blush brush, because I like to just take the brush and go directly onto this and then start stamping it onto my skin. I find that to be easier. There is this little brush on the ends of this. I don't like these. I find them to be too stiff for me personally, but this is what I'm wearing right now, and I love the way it looks. I paired it with this. The closest thing, in my personal opinion, to my coveted Chanel cream bronzer, the Soleil Tan de Chanel Original. This is the closest in texture. I wouldn't say necessarily color, but that cream to powder type of formula, this is the closest I have gotten to it, and I love the way that this looks. Again, this is a little bit thicker, just like the the Soleil Tan de Chanel. The new one, I don't like it. The new formula, I do appreciate that they came out with another shade, but I don't like the new formula. It has hydrogenated coconut oil in it, and it just, my makeups, it just comes apart. Someone said it was an expensive makeup remover, and I had to agree. So this right here is, I think this is actually golden tan. Yeah. And then I like amber a lot. But you see how well it just blends out? Get the other one. There we go. And again, you're not going to have any fading issues or anything like that. It stays in place and it just looks like skin. It doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey or anything like that, and I just find it to work so effortlessly. So I've really been enjoying those. I am especially in love with the bronzer. I'm gonna skip around a little bit to sunglasses. All right. I have a little bit of a story for this. So I have a pair of sunglasses that are my absolute favorite in my entire collection. However, they do not make them anymore, so now I'm a little bit paranoid when I go to the pool, or if I go to the lake. I tend to go to the lake quite often, and I'm scared I'm going to lose them. Well, I saw these, and I love Ray-Ban, and it has that like purpley gold pink, just like so pretty. I just wore these recently, so I can already tell I've got a mark right here, but I love the way that these look. These give me the effect that I want. The other ones that are my favorite are the Prism, DIOR, and I think it's Red Flash or something like that. So they have like this prismatic look on the front of them, and they kind of are reminiscent to this color scheme. I'm so terrified I'm going to lose them. And I ordered these offline. I have a tiny little head. I'm not even kidding. I can wear like children's sunglasses most of the time, and I got them. I was like, please fit. I had to push these in just a little bit, but my tiny head, it works. I love them. And these are Ray-Ban, by the way. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. And then to keep with the two things, I only have two things in here that are not makeup related. While actually at the lake, my friend was wearing this necklace, and I was like, that's a really pretty necklace. I want a necklace like that. I love dainty necklaces. You guys usually see me wearing the little heart one from Dow and Hawk, which are what these earrings are. And hers was silver, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it comes in rose gold. She goes, girl, it does. I was like, ah. And I got online and I looked. It's okay. How do you say this? Swarovski crystal. I know I butcher that. I do. I try, but I butcher it all the time. It's just a very simple necklace. This is rose gold, and then this the one little crystal, and I want to show you. It goes on. Obviously, it's not going to look great with this shirt, but I love just that dainty little square princess cut, whatever, crystal. I just think it's so pretty. I love necklaces like this, and when I saw it in person, I was just like, gosh, it is just so gorgeous. So I'm really happy with that. I've been really into just those little teeny tiny necklaces. I love them. This was another month where I had to be really picky about my eyeshadow palettes because there were so many that I thoroughly enjoyed, but I had to pick out two. And my two favorites of my favorites for the month are, first, Wayne Goss Pearl. This is so pretty. I feel like this was made for me. You open this up and you're like, oh, Mel, that smell right there. I love the rosy tones with a little hint of brown in here. You've got the gray and then the topper shade. I did 4 looks with this, and I could have kept going. I absolutely adore this. Out of the 3 palettes he has put out, this one is my favorite. It has mattes, a satin, and then this, oh, the topper, the celestial shade. It's so gorgeous. Please, if you have not seen it, make sure you check out that video because, I mean, chef's kiss. And I can wear this shade right here as a blush. They're just so beautiful. And when you can take into consideration, I did compare this to Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is 53, I believe, 53 doll hairs. Let me see what this one is. I want to say it's around the same, but you're getting so much more product. Now you're getting 16.2 grams in here. This one is 55. 55. So if you are somebody who likes the Pillow Talk type of shades, but maybe they're a little bit lighter, because this is darker than Pillow Talk, definitely check this out. You will not be disappointed. The next palette is the one that I'm wearing on my eyes right now, minus the highlight that I added. This is so much prettier in person than I had even thought it was going to be. I thought it was pretty online in pictures. It looked like a basic palette, but I don't mind basic. Usually those are the ones that I go to on a daily basis, especially if they have a really good formula. This was sent to me from Linda Hallberg Cosmetics. That Wayne Goss, that one was sent to me as well. This is the new Golden 20s palette, Linda Hallberg. I wish I had gotten this right when it came out. The pictures online do not do this justice. And this palette has like these satin mattes in there that are slightly reminiscent to, I would say, the Serat, not quite, but slightly reminiscent to it. I love these textures. I love the different colors in here, how they're a little bit more neutral. You've got cool tones and then slightly warm. I have them on my eyes and they're so beautiful. I had no issues. The metallics in here, they're intense but not thick. You can wear them a little bit more sheared out, like this one right here. Oh my gosh, this palette, you've got to see it to really appreciate the way it looks, or maybe you like it on my eyes today. I am blown away by this. I really wish I had gotten it sooner, so thank you to Linda Hallberg. This is gorgeous. Foundation. This is another one I waited on. I waited and I waited and I waited, and I finally tried it out. And I've been wearing this quite a bit. I'm wearing it right now. It does not move on me. I do not get too, I'm combo, so I don't get too oily in my T-zone or anything when I'm wearing this. I get this kind of dew at the end of the day, but a gorgeous dew, not a, oh girl, your makeup's wearing down kind of thing. This just looks beautiful. However, if you are really oily, I don't think that this would hold up. I think you might have to prep your skin to really make it last. Let me know if you are oily and this does work on you. But if you are combo, if you are dry, oh my gosh, or dehydrated, the Urban Decay HYDROMANIAC, what is it called? Tinted Glow Hydrator. It has a good coverage, like a light medium. It's so beautiful. I really wish I had tried this sooner, but I'm just getting on the train of liking lighter weight foundations. I picked up my GIORGIO ARMANI recently in a Get Ready With Me, and I've already ordered another shade because the one I was wearing, 6.25, it's a little too warm. So I'm trying to find like a balance, but I'm just really liking these lighter weight foundations. It might just be because I'm getting older, or it might just be that I'm just starting to change my makeup style. I don't know. All I know is that's beautiful. Beautiful. It is more coverage than the Fenty, but it's more hydrating as well. So if you're oily and this is too much for you, I would say try the Fenty Eavesdrop. All right, to put on all of these products, this, I meant to wash this brush and I didn't, I forgot to. This is the Lotus Set from Sonia G. These were sent to me. I did purchase another set. I told you guys, I was like, I have to have another one because this brush right here, this is the Soft Definer. It is so perfect. I love the length of it, and I can do a little bit of soft shadow on my lash line underneath. I can get some detail work. This right here is the worker brush, which is not new, and this one's not new either. It is the builder, but these are brushes that I really like to use, and I like these style of handles much better than the more fat ones. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You're like, fat ones? What are you talking about? Like this. This right here is the Worker 3, which I love the brush, but the thicker handles down here are not as pleasing to hold as the new style that she does. Not just like the color scheme, but this style of handle for me is more comfortable. This blends out foundation like a dream. It gets in all the nooks and crannies. It gets all the way up into my ear. I can get behind. I can get right up in my hairline. It is amazing. This one is new and only to this series. You're only available, you can only get it with this series. This is the base brush. And then this, I love my mini cheek. This is like the mini cheek with an angle. And it is called the Detail. And then this is the cheek brush. And this one is not new. Wait, I feel like I did something wrong. Anyway, some of them are new and some of them are repeats. But that whole set, all the way down to the definition in the handle and ferrule, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I have two more favorites. One kind of in the middle, and then one fail, which is a really silly fail, but I just want to complain about it. The first of the last two favorites is this lipstick. Now, don't ask what's on my lips right now. It's a combination of a lot of different things. I've been topping it with taupe from MAC, and I don't even remember the last time I've worn this. Yeah, there's a million different products on my lips right now, but this right here, I love the way this feels. And you guys, when you see the color, you're gonna be like, yeah, of course you like that color. It's a pretty light nude, and it's the shade number 102. It's a lip Power Satin formula from Giorgio Armani, and it's pretty. It's like a peachy beige. Has a slight peach undertone, but it's more of a beige. To me, that's just what my eyes see. And I love the way it looks. With a liner, without a liner. It says that it's a long wear. I would say, I mean, it stays as long as you don't eat or talk too much. For a satin, it's pretty darn creamy. It's, I would say, more creamy than a typical satin, but that does not make me love it any less. I have been drawn to that so much lately. I bought it and one other color that's a pink, like a light bubblegum pink, but this is just straight up my alley, and I love the formula. It just feels so good. It doesn't dry out my lips or anything. I'm loving it. And then the next thing that I really love is from Atria. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. When I did this video, I butchered it for the first whole half of me talking about the brand because my eyes saw an R where there was not an R. Anywho, this is from Atria, something like that, and it is the Le Base, the Game Changing Primer, and it comes in several different shades, from the lightest nude to a darker nude, and it primes your eyes so well. It will cover up any veining if you want to use a lighter one and a deeper one, so that you can use a light one for a cut crease or use a darker one to match your complexion. I love them. They have, well, this one. The shades that work for me, the best is number 2. I can use the number 1 as well. But if you're in my range of skin tone, then I think that number 2 is a really good one. They grab a hold of the shadows. They are really great with adherence. They aren't going to feel really sticky. I'm really impressed with this brand overall so far. I've been using the brushes and liking them, and I really like the palette, but the standout product has been this for me. It's just been really great. I think that if you have dry eyelids, it'll still work for you, as well as oily. Maybe not as well, but I feel like it's pretty well rounded. I think they did a really great job. All right, this one, I will say this is a little tricky. At first, I was ready to throw this immediately into my fails. It is from Patrick Ta, and it is the Major Brow Lamination Gel. Looks like this. The reason I even purchased it was because of the wand. It has a brush on there, just like my favorite from Benefit, the 24-hour brow setter. So I was like, I don't know, I kind of want to try it. I don't like laminated brows. That's just not my thing. It feels weird. I like it in pictures sometimes when I see, you know, an editorial look and their brows are, you know, laminated to their face. It can look pretty in pictures, but in real life for me it's just a little strange looking. But if you like that, you can use this, go through your brows, and then take the opposite side. There is no brush on that side, and push on them. I'm not doing that. I don't like the feel of it either. All right, so the good thing is that this truly does hold your, not your lashes, your brows in place. The bad thing, you have to get used to it. This is not something that you're just gonna like throw in. I like to take my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, go up with it, go down with it, and then through my brows, and then push them back up, and they stay. It's not crispy. I can still, let's say right now, I felt like this side needed to be lifted up a little bit. I could go through my brows with that setter and be able to move it a little bit. Not with this. You are going to get crusty white flakes, and it is not cute. I would suggest going just one time through the brows, and then if they aren't in the right place initially, immediately like go through them. Do not wait. Once they are set, I mean, it doesn't feel terrible or anything, but I know that I cannot take this wand and go there. I found out very quickly not to do my brows after I've done my makeup, which I don't typically do anyway. It was just a random thing that I had done. And then if you do your makeup after your brows, make sure you get all gel off your face, because you can get, especially if you do the lamination method and you take this and go straight onto your brows on the back side of it, it's a lot of product and it is very thick, and it can get messy. So the downside is that you might have to have a little bit of a learning curve with it. It can be messy, but now that I know how to use it, I'm liking it. I don't love it yet, but I think that it's possible that I might get there with this product. I can't tell you that right now I like it more than my Benefit one. That's just way easier. I don't have any issues with it. This I still want to play with, but I wanted to tell you guys that while it definitely does work and you absolutely can get the laminated effect, I think this is the best product that has come out for the laminated effect, but you just really do have to be careful with it. Play with it, start to understand it a little bit more, and if you get frustrated with it, don't let it go too quickly. It takes a little bit of time to understand. And then the last one, this is the silly one. I knew better. I have been wanting to love these for so long. I do love, they don't make my favorite shade in this anymore, the Stellar Lip Shine Addict something from DIOR. These right here are the Color Reviver Balms, and they come in like 12 different shades. There used to be only 2 or 3. The pink one I sold all the time, not because I would ever recommend it to people, but people would come into Nordstrom all the time and would be like, I need my pink blah blah blah, and so I never understood the hype behind it, so I wanted to try it. Oh, my lips turned so pink. Well, they came out with a coral, a raspberry, like these other shades, so I wanted to try the coral. It was still pink. I'm like, what the heck? So I got this one. It says beige. Beige, yeah, beige. And it turned my lips bright pink. I just don't understand. I know it says that it goes with your natural lip something and it changes color. Well, I guess my natural pH or whatever is making it to go pink, and I cannot stand the color of pink. It makes my lips, I cannot stand it. So I have given all of the ones that I've had away, like to my daughters, to my mom, to whomever. I am done. I am not going to try to get this lip glow to work for me anymore. I'm just not going to. I'm going to stick with the Stellar Shine. Just blah. Eh. Okay, anywho, I want to now talk about the donations and the videos for my grandmother, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I want to apologize to any and everybody who felt like I was being deceptive or anything like that. In my eyes, I realize that perception is reality, and that is not a reality that I want anybody to think. This was always for my grandparents, and from the jump, I have been helping them. And I think somewhere along the lines, you know, it got twisted, and I'm sorry that there's been so many miscommunications. And I definitely got mad one day, and I commented back to somebody, and it was through my own hurt. And I think I even mentioned that hurt people, and that's how I was feeling. And there's no excuse for it. I should have just let it go. And I told you guys I was going to show you guys in my July favorites, and I want to do that. And I don't want this to be a negative thing. I'm not going to sit here and talk about all the negatives. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. My grandmother cried. My mom cried. There's been so many things that they have been able to do, as far as my uncle's death, my aunt being in hospice, my grandfather hospital. You know, he's had some falls, and then they're having some issues with getting that, what is it called, that lift chair. It's like they're having issues with that. And then, you know, her brother dying, just all these things. My poor grandmother has been just, you know, the weight on her shoulders, and the amount of love and support that you guys have shown, it took so much weight off of her shoulders, and it just made her feel so immensely happy. And I want to thank you guys for that. Anybody who watched the video, that's another thing. I didn't know. I am so sorry. I did not know that asking people to watch ads was against YouTube guidelines. That's why I took the video down, so it didn't get as much revenue as, you know, it could have. But that's not anybody's fault but my own. I was ignorant to that fact. You know, I'd seen other people do those type of videos before, so I immediately thought it was okay, and I'm sorry for that. But I did get revenue from it for the couple days that it was out. I know I'm scared because there are so many people that, you know, reported the video that I don't want to now knowingly put out, you know, the information of how much I made exactly on the video. So what I'm going to do is give you the exact numbers for Venmo, and then exact numbers for donations, and then tell you guys that it's all gonna make sense. Okay, so let's start off with Venmo. I'm gonna put on the screen. The reason why I took a video of this is because I didn't want there to be any questions of me, you know, possibly taking a few donations out or not showing 100% transparency of all the donations coming in from the date that it started to the end, and then all the transactions that got sent to my bank, so you guys can see that. And then now you'll see the check that I wrote to my grandmother. That all went directly to her, all of it. And then I had the live. You guys raised $680 and a few cents. And YouTube does take a part of donations, you know, super chats, super stickers, all those things that take 30%. So I wanted to make up for that, and I wanted to take my money and make sure that that 30% that you guys donated was back to my grandmother. So I added that in, and then I also added in a little over 1,000. I don't want to be exact with the numbers. Like I said, I'm not allowed to tell you what ad revenue is. I'm not trying to get in trouble. I added a little over $1,000, and so the outcome for the next check, which should be here. It's right now, as of me filming, it has not cleared my bank yet. That's what's been taking so long, is I'm trying to let it go through my bank so that I can show you guys. I always told you that I would be upfront and honest with you as to where everything was going and showing you what I can show you as far as proof. So I'm just waiting for it to hit my bank account. The last thing I want is for anyone to believe that the money went somewhere it wasn't supposed to, or that it was a scam or anything like that. I would never do that to you guys. Never, ever, ever in a million years. So the check, I think it was $3,005. Let me check. I keep everything in like a little checkbook on my phone. So it was $3,005. So $3,005 plus the $5,188, over $8,000 to my grandmother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am in full debt to you guys. If there's anything I can do video-wise, if there's something anything, just let me know. I will be there. I will do whatever I can, and I appreciate you guys so much. Please, please know that, and please also, if you felt that I was being deceptive, or if you felt that I was doing you wrong in any way, shape, or form, I'm sorry. I am sorry, and I will do better. I promise you. I promise. My heart is in a good place. I never want to hurt or to make people feel like I am being a scammer or any of those things. I don't want that to happen. So this whole scenario I don't see happening again ever, but I just want to apologize and thank you all at the same time. All right, and thank you guys again for all the well wishes for Diesel. I'm gonna leave it at that because it's still very sharp. He's the best dog in the entire world. And I love you guys, okay? I hope you enjoyed my favorites and fails, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.